rose when England placed a 6-penny tax on each gallon of molasses imported by the colonies. Called the Molasses Act, this action was considered especially unfair because molasses came from the nearby West Indies, not from England. In 1763, George Grenville was appointed Chancellor of the Exchequer in England. England's finances were still in bad shape after the 7 Years' War. To recoup the costs of the war, Grenville decided to impose heavy duties on the American colonies rather than raising taxes in England. This change in England's tax policy toward its colonies led to many confrontations. The tax that caused the greatest outcry from the colonies was a tax on sugar, called the Sugar Act. The Sugar Act put a serious burden on the colonial economy. Their greatest objection to the tax was that it had been imposed without their consent. Massachusetts was the first colony to protest the law, but other colonies soon joined them. Their unanimous opposition to the new taxes was the beginning of the 13 colonies' united effort to regain self-rule and ultimately to gain independence from England. In 1765, Chancellor Grenville imposed yet another new tax on the colonies, the Stamp Act. This law stated that every official business transaction, and even newspapers and playing cards, had to be written or printed on paper supplied by the Stamp Office in London. The official paper was taxed heavily. The Stamp Act seriously affected the liberty of the colonists and drained funds that could have been used to develop their own local economies. The colonists regarded these new tax burdens as a direct threat to their property and independence. They resented the tax collectors who distributed the hated stamp paper and began violent uprisings in protest. Fearing for their own safety, many government bureaucrats resigned their positions and returned to England. Rebelling against the most powerful government on earth, the colonies refused to pay the stamp tax, and their economies began to prosper again.